So, first off, a huge congratulations on earning your ECE certification. That is a massive accomplishment. But now, the really exciting part begins. The big question, what's next? Today, we're going to dive into all the incredible career paths that your hard work has just unlocked.
I want you to think of your certification as a key, and not just any key. It's like a master key that can open doors you might not even know are there. Seriously. So the question isn't if you'll find a path, but which one of these amazing journeys you're going to choose. Okay, so before we start unlocking all those doors, let's just take a second to really appreciate the ground you're standing on. This first part is all about the foundation, understanding just how important the field you've officially entered really is. Yeah, we all know what ECCE stands for, but let's look at the real magic word here, holistic. This isn't just about teaching kids their ABCs, not at all. It's about nurturing a whole person, their brain, their emotions, their friendships, how they move through the world. You're basically an expert in the architecture of a young human being. How cool is that? And why is this so mind-blowingly critical? Well, look at this number, 90%. That is the amount of a child's brain that develops by age 5. Let that sink in for a second. The work you do in these early years is literally building the neural foundation for a person's entire life. Your impact, it's not just important, it's monumental. All right, now that we're all on the same page about how unbelievably important this work is, let's get into where most journeys begin, right there on the front lines. These are the roles where you see the impact you're making every single day. These are the jobs that are the absolute heart of the industry, right? The ones we all think of first. As a preschool teacher, you're crafting the learning experiences in the classroom. As a nanny or an au pair, you become part of a family's core, providing that really personal care. In a childcare center, you're part of a team, creating this amazing community for kids. And as a teacher's assistant, you are the secret ingredient that makes it all work, allowing for that one-on-one attention. Every single one is a vital, hands-on way to make a huge difference. But hey, even in the same building, the jobs can be worlds apart. And this right here shows that perfectly. A preschool teacher is the master of their classroom, right? They're focused on the curriculum, the lesson plans, the kids right in front of them. The center director, though, they're leading the whole ecosystem. They're managing the staff, the budget, making sure the entire place is running smoothly and meeting all the standards. Two totally different skill sets, two totally different ways to have an impact.
And speaking of that director role, that certification you've earned, it's not just a ticket into the classroom, it's a launch pad. So let's talk about the pathways to leadership if you've got your eye on shaping the bigger picture.
You know, the path to leadership often looks something like this, and it's so achievable. You start in the classroom, getting that absolutely essential hands-on experience. From there, maybe you become a lead teacher, where you start mentoring your colleagues. Then, you can move up to curriculum coordinator, where you're designing the educational vision for the whole center. And finally, you could step into that center director role, running the entire operation. It's this beautiful, clear progression of growing your influence. Okay, but what if that classroom or admin path just isn't your ultimate goal? What if you want to take your skills and apply them somewhere completely different? Well, this is where things get really, really fun. Let's pull back the curtain on some specialized, maybe even unconventional roles you might have never even thought of.
First up, the child life specialist. These incredible people work in places like hospitals. They use their deep understanding of child development to help kids and their families navigate the incredible stress and fear that comes with being sick. They're a calm, supportive presence in what can be a really scary time. Just amazing work.
Or what if you want to make an impact on a massive, systemic scale? Then you might think about becoming a policy advisor. In this role, you'd work with government agencies or nonprofits using your expertise to push for better laws, more funding, and higher standards for early education. You could literally help shape the future for thousands, maybe millions of children.
And now for something completely different. How about becoming an educational toy consultant? I mean, come on. Toy companies desperately need experts like you. People who actually understand how children learn and play to help them design and market toys that are genuinely good for development, not just fun. You'd get paid to help create the actual tools of learning. What a gig! So from the classroom to the hospital, from the state capitol to the toy company, the possibilities are just huge. Which of course brings us right back to you. After seeing all this, it's time to think about your story. What's your next chapter going to be?
I just love this quote. It nails the essence of this field so perfectly. It doesn't matter which one of these roles you choose, you are an architect of tomorrow.
You're not just building the foundation for a single person's life, you're building the foundation for our entire future. That is an incredible, incredible thing to be a part of.
So, as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this. We've talked about how your certification is a key, and we've looked at just a few of the doors it can open. But the most exciting part? You don't just have to pick a path that's already there. You can create your own. With your passion and your expertise, the possibilities are literally endless. So the only question left is, which future will you build?